Hello, welcome to your reading. I know this is long overdue, so we're gonna kind of just like start over with this process. You can consider this, I guess, week one. And I pulled cards for you Friday, but I kind of ran out of time to film this reading. So these are based off the cards that I pulled for you Friday. But I'm super excited because I think the energy still kind of holds. And I mean, these are readings that are needed. And as always, I kind of just want you to take a nice deep breath whenever you feel like you can. Get settled in a really good spot because these readings are for you no matter what. And this is your time, your self care, and what you need moving forward. Okay? So I did 3 decks for you today, today, because we're doing the reading today. I did 3 decks for you today. The Naked Heart Tarot was really calling to me for you. The Rebel Deck Couples Edition was calling. I don't normally do that one, but it was really, really calling. And then my personal deck that I usually use for my personal self was like, yeah, she needs a couple messages from us. Come on over. Which is the universe has your back. So I pulled 2 really good cards from there as well. So whenever you can, take a nice deep breath in and just know that, this is your time. So we're looking at the energies for this week. So let's go into the Naked Heart Tarot and work our way to the Oracle card. So I was going to pull just 3 Naked Heart Tarot, but 4 cards fell out of the deck for you. So that is what we're going to focus with. So the first card I pulled was the Chariot. Stop carrying other people's shit. You don't need to, carry things that aren't yours. Like it doesn't belong to you, and their pain, even though like you want to help and heal everybody and fix everybody, sometimes we can't because a person needs to figure out how to hold their pain and deal with their pain before we can really guide them and fix them. So, I think the main message behind the Chariot is to always, kind of reevaluate like what you're holding on to. Is it helping you? Are you really helping other people by kind of like staying stuck in their drama? And just don't seek out those types of burdens because that distracts you in a way from taking care of yourself, and that's not helpful. So whenever the Chariot comes up as like a major player card, like always really look at what you're holding on to and what you're taking stock of. Okay? So the second card I pulled for you was really interesting. We're going to dive deeper into kind of what's going on with you. I feel like this is more of an internal battle, like you're not really speaking on it. Outside, people think that everything is fine, hunky-dory. And inside, it's kind of like not. It's kind of not, but you're very private and you kind of deal with things like on the DL. So the next card you pulled was the Seven of Swords. Now we all know whenever the little sneaky raccoon comes by, like some shit has hit the fan. It could have hit the fan already. It could be about to hit the fan. But whatever it is, like something needs to be forgiven and healed. Like you gotta let go, obviously, because between here and here, you're just holding on to some bullshit that really isn't helping you. And I feel like this is directly related to you. Like, yes, you did get hurt. It did suck. But you can't keep holding on to like the why and the what if. Like that's not okay. So I feel like the relationships that surround you as a whole need to take a step back and maybe heal, kind of like live and let go. And if you can't live and let go, like you need to really examine why that is, because the Seven of Swords is all about, our mental clarity and the element of air and trying to like clean up some of the baggage and the, you know, not fun things. And I'm gonna stop with the tarot and dive into some oracle cards to kind of help solidify that message a little bit, because the first oracle card you got from the Rebel Deck Couples Edition was Irritated. Eat, cuddle, sleep, repeat. And this is like a call back to self-care and wanting to like realign yourself with you, even if like the whole entire world is pissing you off. And then the next card you got was Love the One You're With. This includes you. So this is a huge shout out to like self-care, even though you've been like going through some bullshit with these 4 cards right here. Like, you need to take care of you and hold on to less of everybody else, because clearly that's not getting you anywhere. It's just not. And that, I mean, that sucks, but sometimes we need to just let things go in order for us to breathe. But the scariest part is breathing on our own and not having that help to get us through. So the next card you pulled was the 8 of Wands, and we did pull it in the reverse position. So Wands, to me, is going to be about personal power and fire element. And those are really important things, because whenever you have the Wands in reverse, it's kind of like a call to take back your power. Like, this is your action plan. On more of a spiritual level, like, these Rebel Deck cards are telling you, kind of like giving you practical advice on what to do to kind of get ready to take your action here. So your 8 of Wands really wants you to search for a reconnection. This can be romantic, this can be friendship, or this can be a reconnection within yourself. Maybe you've just been like really fucking irritable and you have no idea why, but everybody is making you mad. Everything, everybody, and you just have to kind of like reconnect to yourself. So, I mean, I definitely say like too much shit is happening around you and you need to take a step back. And I also took a little note, like, it's almost like you feel like you're the sole provider in your family unit, and it's not an equal value. It's not an equal share. Like, you're the one doing a lot more. And in that token, like, you become lost and you need to kind of reconnect to you on a physical level, on a spiritual level. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, no shame, no mom guilt, no nothing, because you can't take care of others if you're not taking care of you. So that's why I think it's really important to pay attention to the deeper messages of the cards, which are really like asking you to not only put yourself forward, but take care of you for the most part. So the next card we got was a 9 of Wands. Again, another personal power card. So this reading is all about, you know, not only taking a step back, but like seeing where you've been blinded. And you could be blinded by yourself or blinded by others. And staying in, I call it like the 2 of Swords mentality, kind of staying in the 2 of Swords. Because the next card you got was the 9 of Wands, and it's also in the reverse position. Again, we're talking about personal power. This could be a lack of personal power, a lack of sustainability, and not feeling successful in the way that you want to be. So the 9 of Wands is really, for me in this reading and how it relates, is, you know, you need to get away, and not only as like a couple, but like as yourself, you need to kind of disconnect from like a lot of drama and input, and in order to like be able to use your throat chakra and speak your piece. The main message here is for you to be speaking about, you know, what's been burdening you, that you've been almost like too afraid to speak out, because if you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna rock the boat, I'm gonna rock, you know, what my situation is. You can't be afraid to speak up. You can't be afraid to live in fear. And especially right now, a lot of people are living in fear and they're lashing out in really harsh ways. But you just need to be able to say, hey, I have stuff going on too. Hey, I have this happening too. Hey, I just want to feel valued and appreciated too. and you're going to be okay, but you have to like take back that personal power to be able to do that. So you need to kind of disconnect from all of the crazy, and don't be afraid to like speak your piece, because you don't want to stay dissatisfied in your life and, you know, home life, work life, what have you. Like, you have to be able to show people that even though they think you're okay, like, they don't even know how much you're suffering. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to speak up. And that's the hard thing about being such a strong soul and a strong person, is that you're strong for everybody else. And whenever somebody needs to be strong for you in return, it's really hard to receive that type of recognition and that support. So the next Rebel deck card you got was really cute, I thought, anyway. It said, pack your bags. Pack your bags. Get the hell out of town. It will make you both lovable again. And this doesn't always have to be like, oh, I need to take a road trip, because obviously right now a lot of people can't do that. And not only for like financial reasons, just because like hotels and shit aren't open. So sometimes this can be like, you know, I would suggest a bubble bath, maybe some wine, some liquid courage, speak your piece, and like, you know what, if shit goes down after you've spoken your piece, then at the end of the day you can say that you acknowledged your feelings and you stood up for yourself and you took a hold of what was happening and you put a stop to it. And that's the most important lesson out of all of this, is that you supported yourself and you came face to face with like the mirror image of you that was in pain versus the mirror image of you that everybody else sees that is fine and hunky-dory. So the next card, 2 cards for you, was the Universe Has Your Back deck. But before I deep dive into these cards, I want to talk about your heart chakra and your throat chakra. Whenever I was doing these readings, like those 2 chakras need a little work on, and maybe revisiting the full body chakra engagement that we were doing, and maybe doing some extra healing there. If you need help, like, you know, you can always reach out, so it's not like it's a big deal. And just, you know, letting me know how you feel with those 2 chakra systems, and if you feel like they're in sync, if you feel like they're not in sync, let me know and we'll get to work on those. So your Universe Has Your Back deck cards are cute because I think they really tie up the reading here. And not only are they making you kind of look at the situation in a different light, they're taking a message from the collective, is what I wanted to say. And they're also letting you know what your place is in all of this. So the first card is, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. And I really like this card because the last card that I pulled for you was a pack your bag card, and it's asking you to like separate yourself from everybody else. But if you do that and somebody is resistant, or you feel resistant to this, then you know, like, maybe you really need it. Maybe you really need this time to yourself, even though it's hard. It's hard to stop thinking. It's hard to stop doing and taking care of other people, because that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? But not all the time. And the second card you got was the Universe Has Your Back. So you're getting this message for a reason, because you need it, because you need to hear it, because you need like a little reality check, and it's okay to have it. Just know that you're always going to be supported, that no matter what door closes here moving forward and how things take shape and look now, you'll always be able to reach for another door. Like, you are so powerful. You got this. And I feel like you have like an oil or a tincture or something that you can make that's really going to help you during those stressful and anxiety-ridden times. And I think that that's something that's more personal for you and that you can do that's really gonna help you. Maybe like it's some type of oil. I feel like you can like rub on your chest or on your throat chakra whenever you're like doing meditations and feeling like you're a little out of control. So that might be something you need to consider looking into going forward. I know you can do it because you're a powerful badass and you totally got this. But I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you back next week with all new cards.